Welcome to our channel. This video covers Galatians Chapter 4 verse-to-verse multiple choice quiz questions. We hope you like the video. Do like the video and subscribe the channel for more. Let's get started. Question. According to Paul, an heir who is a child is no different from a. Options: A. King, B. Servant or slave, C. Priest, D. Prophet. The correct answer is option B. Servant or slave. Question. What determines the duration an heir remains under the authority of guardians and managers? Options: A. The date set by his father, B. Until adulthood, C. Completion of education, D. Until marriage. The correct answer is option A. The date set by his father. Question. In the metaphor of the minor heir, how does Paul describe the status of the child in relation to a slave? Options: A. He possesses superior legal rights, B. He receives preferential treatment, C. He holds higher social rank, D. He is essentially no different. The correct answer is option D. He is essentially no different. Question. Before Christ came, people were enslaved under. Options: A. Roman law, B. Basic principles of the world, C. Egyptian rule, D. Greek philosophy. The correct answer is option B. Basic principles of the world. Question. When did God send his Son? Options: A. At the beginning of creation, B. When the fullness of time had come, C. During the Exodus, D. After the resurrection. The correct answer is option B. When the fullness of time had come. Question. What two conditions does Paul specify regarding the birth of the Son of God? Options: A. Born in Bethlehem, born of David, B. Born of woman, born under law, C. Born of Spirit, born into glory, D. Born to serve, born for sacrifice. The correct answer is option B. Born of woman, born under law. Question. What is the primary objective of God sending his Son? Options: A. To abolish the existing sacrificial system, B. To judge the disobedience of Israel, C. To redeem those under law, D. To reveal hidden nature of God. The correct answer is option C. To redeem those under law. Question. What evidence does Paul provide to prove that the Galatians have indeed become sons? Options: A. Their understanding of deep mysteries, B. The Spirit crying Abba Father, C. Their rejection of pagan idolatry, D. Their performance of miraculous signs. The correct answer is option B. The Spirit crying Abba Father. Question. As God-child, you are also a. Options: A. Servant to God's people, B. Judge of Israel, C. Heir through God, D. Priest in temple. The correct answer is option C. Heir through God. Question. Before knowing God, the Galatians were enslaved to. Options: A. Idols, that by nature are not gods, B. The kings, C. The priests, D. The apostles. The correct answer is option A. Idols, that by nature are not gods. Question. What adjective does Paul use to describe the principles the Galatians were turning back to? Options: A. Ancient and outdated, B. Heavy and burdensome, C. Weak and miserable, D. Deceptive and alluring. The correct answer is option C. Weak and miserable. Question. Paul was concerned because the Galatians were observing. Options: A. Sabbath, B. Days, months, seasons and years, C. Passover, D. Pentecost. The correct answer is option B. Days, months, seasons and years. Question. What fear does Paul express regarding his relationship with the Galatians? Options: A. That other apostles will surpass him, B. That his physical health will fail, C. That he labored for them in vain, D. That they will never forgive him. The correct answer is option C. That he labored for them in vain. Question. Paul urged the Galatians to become like whom? Options: A. Peter, B. Himself, C. James, D. John. The correct answer is option B, himself. Question. Paul pleads with Galatians to become as I am. What reason does he give for this request? Options. A. Because he is the senior apostle. B. Because he has seen great visions. C. Because he became like them. D. Because they are in danger. The correct answer is option C, because he became like them. My channel. Question. Why did Paul first preach the gospel to the Galatians? Options. A. Because he had a vision. B. Because he was invited. C. Because of physical illness. D. Because of persecution in Jerusalem. The correct answer is option C, because of physical illness. Question. How did Galatians treat Paul despite his illness in flesh? Options. A. As an enemy. B. As an angel of God. C. With indifference. D. With fear. The correct answer is option B, as an angel of God. Question. Paul said the Galatians would have given him even their options. A. Money. B. Eyes. C. Homes. D. Clothing. The correct answer is option B, eyes. Question. Paul mentioned that the Galatians would have plucked out their own eyes for him. What does this likely suggest? Options. A. Pagan self-mutilation ritual. B. Nature of Paul's ailment. C. Their extreme sacrificial devotion. D. A common oath of time. The correct answer is option C, their extreme sacrificial devotion. Question. Why did Paul ask, "Have I become your enemy?" Options. A. Because he preached to Gentiles. B. Because he told them the truth. C. Because he left them. D. Because he opposed Peter. The correct answer is option B, because he told them the truth. Question. What is the goal of those who are zealously courting the Galatians? Options. A. To collect tithes for Jerusalem. B. To prepare them for martyrdom. C. To build a stronger community. D. To isolate them from Paul. The correct answer is option D, to isolate them from Paul. Question. What maternal metaphor does Paul use in verse 19 to describe his ongoing concern for Galatians? Options. A. A mother nursing her infant. B. Being in pains of childbirth. C. A mother protecting her young brood. D. A mother searching for a lost child. The correct answer is option B, being in pains of childbirth. Question. Paul says he labor in birth again until what is formed within Galatians? Options. A. Wisdom. B. Christ. C. Law. D. Power. The correct answer is option B, Christ. Question. Why would Paul like to be present with Galatians according to chapter 4 verse 20? Options. A. Sick again. B. Had doubts about them. C. Angry with them. D. Traveling to Rome. The correct answer is option B, had doubts about them. Question. What question does Paul pose to those who desire to be under the law? Options. A. Have you forgotten the promise? B. Can the law give you life? C. Do you not listen to the law? D. Why do you seek your own death? The correct answer is option C. Do you not listen to the law? Question. In the allegory of Hagar and Sarah, how does Paul distinguish between the births of the two sons? Options. A. By location versus timing. B. By flesh versus the promise. C. By ritual versus the word. D. By father versus mother. The correct answer is option B, by flesh versus the promise. Question. How is Hagar represented in Paul's allegory regarding two covenants? Options. A. The Garden of Gethsemane. B. The Celestial City in Zion. C. Mount Sinai in Arabia. D. The Tabernacle in Desert. The correct answer is option C. Mount Sinai in Arabia. Question. How is Sarah represented in Paul's allegory regarding two covenants? Options. A. The earthly Jerusalem. B. The Jerusalem above, which is free. C. Egypt. D. Babylon. The correct answer is option B. The Jerusalem above, which is free. Question: to which city does Paul correspond Hagar and her status of slavery? Options: A. The Egyptian city of Alexandria. B. The present-day Jerusalem. C. The imperial city of Rome. D. The ancient city of Babylon. The correct answer is option B. The present-day Jerusalem. Question: how does Paul describe the Jerusalem above? Options: A. She is strict and righteous. B. She is gold and crystalline. C. She is free and our mother. D. She is hidden and future. The correct answer is option C. She is free and our mother. Question: why does Paul quote Isaiah chapter 54 verse 1, "Rejoice, O barren one," in verse 27? Options: A. To argue for the priority of marriage. B. To show the fruitful of the promise. C. To predict the end of the world. D. To console those who cannot conceive. The correct answer is option B. Question: what does Paul say the Galatian believers are in likes of Isaac? Options: A. As children of promise. B. As descendants of Hagar the slave. C. As proselytes of the first order. D. As servants of high priest. The correct answer is option A. As children of promise. Question: what historical conflict does Paul use to illustrate the current persecution of believers? Options: A. The rich persecuting the poor. B. The flesh-born persecuting the spirit-born. C. The Romans persecuting the Jews. D. The old persecuting the young generation. The correct answer is option B. The flesh-born persecuting the spirit-born. Question: what does the scripture say to do with the bondwoman and her son? Options: A. Honor them. B. Cast out the bondwoman and her son. C. Make them heirs. D. Bring them back. The correct answer is option B. Cast out the bondwoman and her son. Question: what is the reason given for casting out bondwoman's son from the inheritance? Options: A. He committed a grievous crime. B. He shall not inherit with the free son. C. He was not loved by his father. D. He refused to undergo circumcision. The correct answer is option B. He shall not inherit with the free son. Question: Paul says we are children of whom? Options: A. The slave woman. B. The free woman. C. Hagar. D. Mount Sinai. The correct answer is option B. The free woman. Question: what is the theological implications of being a child of the free woman, in the context of Galatians chapter 4? Options: A. The right to judge the angels. B. Instant perfection in daily conduct. C. Exemption from the yoke of slavery. D. Superiority over other ethnic group. The correct answer is option C. Exemption from the yoke of slavery. Thanks for watching. Do like and subscribe for more.